Hello class, good morning class. Where is Ali? Where is Siti? The class is clean. The bin is full. Everyone, please sit down. We can start our lesson now. Do I sound weird? How about this one? Hello and good morning class. Where is Ali and Siti? The class is clean, but the bin is full. Everyone, please sit down so we can begin our lesson now. Does that sound better? Of course, because I use the conjunctions to combine my short sentences. Conjunctions are words that I use to link or combine ideas together. Otherwise, our sentences or our speech is going to be a very short and simple sentences only. Every conjunction have different purposes and function. In today's lesson, we are going to focus on 4 conjunctions, which are but, or, so, and because. The first conjunction is but. It is used to combine ideas or sentences that are contrasting to one another. Let us see some example. Miss Atiqah is very strict. Miss Atiqah is very kind. Both sentences talk about Miss Atiqah's personality. However, they are different. One say that she is strict, another say that she is kind. So when we combine this sentence, it turns out to be Miss Atiqah is very strict but kind. Okay, let's see some more example. Ali loves to watch superhero movies. Ali does not like to watch Iron Man, as we all know that Iron Man is one of the superhero movies as well. So these ideas is contrasting to one another. When we combine it, it turns out to be Ali loves to watch superhero movie, but not Iron Man. Let us look at another example. Pulau Pangkor is very hot. I love the scenery at Pulau Pangkor. The first sentence talk about the weather, and the second sentence talk about how I love the scenery there. So when we combine these two sentences, it turns out to be Pulau Pangkor is so hot, but I love the scenery there. The next conjunction is or. It is used when there is more than one options or choices. Let us see some example. Do you want to eat nasi lemak? Do you want to eat spaghetti? As you can see in the question, there are 2 options of food. So we can combine the sentence to become one, where it requires us to choose. The sentence is, do you want to eat spaghetti or nasi lemak? Let us see some other question. Do you like pink? Do you like red? When we combine these 2 options in one question, it turns out to be, do you like pink or red? In making sentences using conjunction or, the options or choice can be more than 2, but we do not put the word or in between every options. We just use it in between the last and second last options. Would you rather have a vacation at Pulau Pangkor, Pulau Langkawi, or Pulau Tioman? Do you want to watch Shazam, Upin Ipin, or Pet Cemetery? Who do you like better? Aida, Izzati, or Atiqah? So that is how you use the conjunction or. The next conjunction is so. It is used to show the result of an event. For example, when a teacher says, copy this note, you will not forget it. When we combine these 2 sentences, it turns out to be, please copy the note, so you will not forget it. You can see that the result of copying the note here is, you will not forget about it. I feel tired. I go to sleep early. I feel tired, so I go to sleep early. You can see that the result of me feeling tired is I go to sleep early. Let us see another example. Mr. Judin cannot attend the meeting. Mr. Judin asked his assistant to represent him. You can see that the result of the first sentence is the second one. When we combine it, it turns out to be Mr. Judin cannot attend the meeting, so he asked his assistant to represent him. One last example. Ali does not like the reality show. Ali turns off the television. When we combine it, it turns out to be Ali does not like the reality show, so he turns off the television. You can see that Ali turning off the television is the result of him not liking the show. The last conjunction is because. A lot of people get confused about the use of so and because. Let us recap. The use of so is to show the result of an event. Meanwhile, the function of because is to show the reason behind something. Let us see some examples to get a deeper understanding. Ali turns off the television. Ali does not like the reality show. The sentence is different than the previous one. Before, it showed the results of Ali not liking the reality show. Meanwhile, here it shows the reason of the actions of turning off the television. Let us look at some of the examples. Yesterday, Siti came late to school. Yesterday, Siti overslept. When we combine this sentence, we know that the reasons of Siti coming late to school is she overslept. So the sentence will turn out to be, yesterday, Siti came late to school because she overslept. Let us look at another example. Aida and Izzati are fighting. Aida and Izzati disagree with each other. We know that the reasons or the cause of the fight is because they disagree with each other. So when we combine the two sentences, it turns out to be Aida and Izzati are fighting because they disagree with each other. Please note that in making a compound sentence, you don't have to repeat some of the elements that are repeating in the same sentences. For example, Ali gets the best student award. Ali studied really hard. When we combine it, Ali gets the best student award because he studied really hard. I don't repeat the word Ali. Instead, I replaced it with a pronoun he. Another example. Last weekend, the weather was not so good. Last weekend, I stayed at home. Last weekend, the weather is not so good, so I stayed at home. Instead of mentioning last weekend twice, I just eliminate the second one. Let us recap the function of each conjunctions. But is used when we combine sentences with contrasting idea, or is used when we have options or choices. So is to show the result of an event. And finally, because is used to show reasons. I think that is all from me. Thank you.